Good morning. So last week we were talking about balance, and in our classes we did a lot of balancing poses on our hands and knees, standing. And I want to continue on that theme, but not so much with poses as with our spirit, as with our energy, because we need our lives to be balanced. The heart chakra, which is right in the middle of the 7 chakras, is the balancing chakra. And it has 2 triangles, one with the point going down and one upside down. And they intersect. So it's like a 6-pointed star. However, what it symbolizes is male and female energy intersecting to balance. Like you cannot have one without the other. And when I say male and female energy, I'm not talking specifically about gender. I'm talking about, can you all hear me? Yeah? Okay, good. All right, good. Talking about our energies that we all have. So we both have male and female energies in our bodies, and we're going to work with that. So the sun side of our body is the male energy and the moon side is the female energy. And so we're going to work with both of those flows so that they can be in balance, so that they can be together. And then we'll do a little meditation on balance. So let's begin with our side body stretches. Oh no, wait, stop. Our pranayama. Close your eyes, come inside, and breathe. Important to keep this in the beginning of the class so that we begin to relax our bodies, get our bodies ready for the movement we're about to do. Deepen your breath, and when you exhale, let go of everything you no longer need. Breathe in new life. Exhale, let go, and make that exhale nice and slow and long. And then after your next exhale, return to your natural breath and open your eyes. Okay. Right. Arms down alongside your body. And we'll start as usual with our side body stretch, sending your left arm to the right, bending your right elbow. Push off your right hand, come through center and over to the other side. Push through center. Let's do that again. Over to the right, pointing to the right. Inhale, exhale. And come back down up to sit in Sukhasana. Interlace your fingers, knuckles on the mat behind you. Open up your heart. Opening up our heart. That heart chakra is our balancing chakra. It's right between the 3 ethereal chakras and the 3 earthbound chakras. Open up to balance. Inhale, exhale, fold forward any amount. On an inhale, unfold, release your arms. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, and on an exhale, twist all the way around to the other side. Inhale and come back to center. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet together. If you'd like to shake your legs out first, by all means do that. Okay, and then bring your hands to your shins and let's do some cats and dogs. So exhale, send your spine curling behind you. Inhale, opening up your heart, sending it forward. Exhale. And inhale, continue at your own pace. Next time you're in your cat spine, pause. You're going to pause here for the moment, and then you're going to bend your elbows, dive down between your legs like you're diving underwater. And on an inhale, come up. Exhale as you curl your spine behind you and dive down. Inhale as you break up from the water. Exhale. And continue like little dolphins. And then the next time you're in your cat spine, pause and then come up to neutral. Butterfly your legs. Okay. Place your feet on the edge of your mat. Right. So you're leaning on your hands, your fingers pointing forward. You're on your wrists, really. We're going to windshield wiper our knees. Inhale. That should have been exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Pause. Exhale to the right or whichever side you're on. Inhale. And then exhale, place your hand on your hip and rock your hip. So you're just pushing it forward, letting it drop back, pushing it forward. And you're also doing it with your hip, not just your hand, right? You're moving back and forth with your hip. Come to center. Inhale, exhale, other side. And let's do the same thing here. All right, and then come back to center. So come back to rest on your wrists again, fingers pointing forward. And try to get your wrists under your shoulders so that you have a lot of support, because you're going to lift your hips and then put them down. Lift again, put them down. Lift again and step them forward. Lift and bring them back where we started. Lift them, send them forward just a bit. Lift and come back. Shake out your arms. And roll over onto whichever side works best for you to come into your table pose. No, you know what? Let's go to child's pose. Let's do this first. Come to your child's pose. Let your arms extend overhead. Come, look between your hands, come up onto your left fingers and thread your right arm underneath your left arm. Look underneath your arm. And maybe you'll bring your shoulder a little closer to the mat by lifting your hips a little bit. It's a maybe. Unthread, parallel arms. Come up onto your right fingertips, thread your left arm underneath your right. And again, if you want to bring your shoulder a little down, you'll open it a little bit more if you do that. But this is a good opening without doing that. And then unthread and come back to your parallel arms. On an inhale, lift your hips, send your heart forward between your arms. You are opening up your heart again, lengthen your legs back behind you. Inhale, exhale, send your hips back. Inhale, come forward. Turn under your toes. Lift your knees, lift your hips, and upside down V shape for Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Place your left knee under your left hip, swivel your right foot on the mat, and fan open to the right. Send your right arm alongside your right ear, your toes in the opposite direction for a full side body stretch. Maybe your toes will come up off the floor a little, maybe not. And then bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Remember, your chest is coming towards your thighs, your heels towards the mat. Come forward a little bit to bring your right knee under your hip. Swivel your left foot. Fan open to the left. Send your arm alongside your ear and stretch. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down, child's pose. Come back up to table. Remember, in table, it's best to try and get your wrists under your shoulders. If you have wrist problems, walk them away a little bit more. And let's do some cats and dogs from here. So on an inhale, curl your spine towards the mat, like a little U shape. Your heart wants to come forward. It's opening up. This is my first yoga class with a rabbit in it, right outside the door. And curl your spine, arch it towards the sky. Little bunny. And continue with your cats and dogs at your pace. Oh, we're going to have to do rabbit pose. All right. And then come back to a neutral spine. So my little friend out beside the door isn't going anywhere. So bring your hips to your heels. Send your arms back alongside your legs. Place the crown of your head on the mat. Lift your hips and roll on the back of your neck any amount.
Maybe just a little. You're opening up your cervical spine, your neck spine by doing this. If you'd like to have bunny ears, you can interlace your fingers, lift your arms or not, and come back to child's pose.
All right, come up to stand on your knees. Okay. Step your right leg out. I know that gets harder and harder all the time. So step it away, right? Send your arms back behind you and then slide forward. Inhale, come back up, straighten your leg. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't matter when you inhale, when you exhale, just use one part of your breath with each part of the flow. So maybe this is an exhale and this is an inhale. And pause and walk your foot back. Again, I encourage using a block here. So when we bring our left leg forward, I've got that support. Yeah. Walk it away, walk your foot away. Send your arms streaming back behind you. Inhale, and then exhale, send your hips forward. Inhale, straighten your leg. Exhale. Inhale. And continue. And pause. And step your leg back. Okay. Reach for the top of your mat with your hands. Send your hips forward and then circle them. Nice round circles. So you can go as far back with your hips as you like, all the way to your heels and come as far forward, or you can make little circles. And then next time you're facing forward, pause and go the other way. All right, and then pause. Slide your hands back towards your knees and come to stand on your knees again. We're going to do a bigger heart opener than we've been doing. So yoga mudra behind you, interlaced fingers. So when we were seated, you could only go as far as the mat with your back bend. Now we can go a little bit deeper if you choose to. Send your knuckles down towards the mat and open up your heart. Again, any amount. Big heart opener. Release your arms, send them out to the side, your palms facing forward. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms up, bring your hands down to the mat, coming back to table, wag your tail. Come back to center, come to child's pose. And then you will make your way up to stand. Take your time. I will wait for everybody to be standing. Okay. So if you have blocks, and there's in the cart if you want another one or not, put them at the front of your if you have them. If not, you'll work without them. All right. So let's first come to our mountain pose. All right. Nice and tall and long. Shoulders rotate forward, back and down. Let your arms fall comfortably by your side. And for a moment, after your next breath, just let your belly go. Oh. Just let it relax for a moment. And then breathe it in, pull it in toward your spine, engaging your abdominal muscles, and notice how your ribs raise up. Notice how you get taller. So engage those abdominal muscles and then let them relax a little bit, but keeping that extension. Keep that extension. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. All right, and release. So I talked earlier about the sun and the moon, the sun being the male energy, and that is the high energy. It's the power of the sun, and the female energy being the moon, and that is the ebb and flow. That's very liquid. It's very even flowing, and the two need each other badly to exist fully and to be balanced. So what we're going to do now is a sun salutation, gentle variation of sun salutation, and then we'll follow it with a moon salutation. Okay. So we'll start with a half sun salutation. In a half sun salutation, you send your arms out and up, bend your knees slightly. Exhale, fold over your legs. If you have blocks, you can reach for the blocks or not. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. Bring your hands to your shins or your thighs to lengthen your spine, crown of your head moving one direction, your sits bones going in the opposite direction. Inhale, exhale, fold again. And on an inhale, you're going to fly your arms out and up and down the center line. So we're going to do that twice more to build up energy, the energy from the sun. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Fly out and up. Exhale your prayer to your heart. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. So for a full sun salutation, we're going to add some things on to that. All right, everybody ready? Inhale. Exhale, fold. Remember, you keep your knees as bent as you need them. Inhale halfway. Maybe you'll straighten your legs a little bit to help with that flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out and up, arms overhead. Step back with your right leg to come into a warrior one. Make sure your knee is over your ankle, your forward knee. And your back foot will be at a slight angle, your hips at a slight angle. And what you want to do is send your shoulders forward so that you're facing forward like a brave warrior. Inhale, exhale your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers, brave heart, open up that heart. Inhale, exhale from your hip joint. You're going to hinge forward and pause just above your thigh. For a humble warrior, perhaps you'll bow your head. Push your feet into the mat to make your way back up. Inhale your arms overhead, palms together in a prayer. Look up at your prayer, and maybe you'll get a little wobbly when you do that. That's quite all right. And bring that prayer to your heart. Send your arms out to the side and all the way up. If you have blocks, you're going to reach for your blocks. If not, you will reach for the mat. And you're going to send your back leg back a little more so that your toes are pointing to the edge of your mat. The heel or arch of your back foot is in line with the heel of your front foot. And now, here we go. You're going to release your right arm and windmill all the way up to warrior two. Same rule here with knee over ankle, right? In all weight bearing poses, you don't want your knee forward of your ankle, and square your shoulders with the edge of the mat. Right hand down or back hand down to back leg, opposite hand up to the sky for a peaceful warrior reaching up to the heavens. Bring your arms back up. And we're going to windmill again. So here's where blocks really come in handy. So you're going to take your back hand, reach for your blocks or the mat, step your foot back where it was for warrior one, place it flat on the mat, and send your arms out and up. And as you bring your hands to your heart, step forward. Okay. All right, let's do the other side. Inhale, gather. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fly out. Keep your arms long and straight. Step back with your left leg if you used your right before, your opposite leg. This time, let's start with our prayer. Say a prayer, look up at it. Bring it down to your heart. Check your feet. Make any corrections you need to. Send your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Brave heart. Remember that brave open heart we did before on our knees. Even more important as a warrior. Inhale, exhale, come forward halfway. Bow your head, humble warrior. Push your feet into the mat to help you come back up, unfold. Bring your arms up above and place them on your blocks if you have them. I'm going to go on the opposite side, right? And you're going to step your back foot so that it's in line with your front foot for your warrior two legs, right? So just take a minute to do that. And then release your left arm and windmill up to warrior two. Take your time, slower the better. It's all right, just do it again. All right. peaceful warrior. Back to warrior 2. Windmill your hands back down. Return your left toes to facing forward and then step on that foot. Fly out and up. And as you bring your hands to your heart, step forward. All right. Okay, so moon. Now we're ready for the moon. All right. Take a few breaths first. Generated a lot of energy just in those sun salutations. Step your feet wide apart, as wide as is comfortable. Arms in a V shape. For a 5 pointed star, open up your heart, feel the power of this star. And this symbolizes the feminine divine. Inhale and then exhale, curl your spine back against the full moon. Feel the curve of the moon in the curve of your back. Feel it. Feel the power of that full moon, the super moon. Bring your hands together overhead. Neutralize your spine. Bend your knees slightly. Inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to trace a half moon. And maybe your fingers will just hover over the mat. Maybe they'll touch wherever they are, doesn't matter. So you're going to push your feet into the mat a bit. And on an inhale, redraw that full moon. Keep your arms where they are. Step your feet together. Inhale, exhale, crescent moon, waxing moon. Inhale to center, exhale, waning moon. Inhale to center. Release your arms. Step your feet wide apart and bring your feet to a 45-degree angle. And your heels should be in line with your middle toe. Make sure you can see your feet. And then bring your arms to a cactus shape for goddess pose. So you're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, you'll bring your right hand in front, your left hand frames your head, and you curl over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, switch arms to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring your hands together, bring your hands on your thighs, and you're going to either swivel on your mat if you're in the class with me, or you'll step your right foot back. All right, if you've just stepped your right foot back, you're still in the same position. We're all in. Interlace your fingers behind you, straighten your leg. Look up at the sky, stargazer, the beautiful night sky with the shimmering stars and the moon. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Come forward just like we did in Warrior One, only this time it represents a quarter moon. So your front knee is bent and you're as if you were in a humble warrior. It's also the shape of a 4. Release your hands and either step your right foot forward to be opposite your left, or just swivel around to the long edge of your mat to fold over in a wide-legged forward fold to expose the new moon. Bring your hands to blocks or the mat. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together so it becomes a little easier as you bend your knees and fly out and up and come down the center line. All right, you can keep your feet right where they are. All right, so we can go right into the other side. Let's take a breath first, a couple of breaths. Five-pointed star. Feel that beauty of that star. Inhale, exhale, cuddle with the full moon. Very powerful. Inhale, mountain spine. Make that stylus with your index fingers. Bend your knees, soften them. You inhale, and then on an exhale, draw the half moon. On an inhale, retrace it. Keep your hands and arms the way they are and step your feet together. So if you remember which side you waxed or waned last time, you're going to start with the opposite one. So inhale, exhale, waning moon. Inhale, exhale, waxing moon. Inhale. Step your feet apart again, cactus arms, goddess legs. And remember, knee over ankle. Remember, feet are at the same degree as your legs are, right? And bring your hands to your thighs this time. And we're going to just circle our hips, different kind of goddess dance. And come to center and go the other way. And then pause. And so you'll set your feet forward. You'll either step your left leg, right leg back, the opposite leg than you did earlier, or swivel on your mat. Yeah, right. Okay, good. Interlace your fingers. Straighten your leg. Look up to the sky, to the night sky. Stargazer. Inhale. Exhale with a bent knee, quarter moon. Release your arms. You're either going to step your back foot forward opposite your front for wide legs, or swivel on your mat for a wide-legged forward fold. To expose that moon, new moon. Press your feet into the mat. Heel toe your feet first, a little bit closer to each other. It makes your journey upward a little easier. And now bend your knees and then fly out and up and down the center line. Bring your feet together, shake yourself loose. Okay. So the good thing with ending with a moon salutation is that that's a cooling sequence. So let's come back down onto our mat and come to sit with your legs out in front of you. Take your time getting there. Okay, everybody ready? All right, great. So Dandasana, hands alongside your hips, elbows pointing back, legs long, active, toes to the sky. You're gonna inhale and bend your knees. You're gonna inhale again, and on an exhale, hinge from your hip joints and reach for the outside of your feet or your ankles or your calf, whatever you comfortably reach, and then straighten your legs or not. It's always an or not. You might want to leave them bent, and you're going to fold over your legs any amount. And what you're doing here, this pose, Paschimottanasana, is the Western stretch. And the back of your body is the west, it is the moon side, to cool you off a little bit. Bring your hands to the mat, palms down. Slide your hands back and make your way down onto your back. And our last pose will take us to Shavasana. So first you have your feet on the mat and you're going to extend one leg and then the other. If you have a block or a blanket nearby, you might want to lift your hips and place it underneath. Otherwise, just let them reach for the sky. Let your feet reach for the sky. And as I always say, imagine this invisible wall. So that's where your feet should be. You don't want them coming close to your face. You want your legs directly over your hip joint, as if you had your hips and your legs against a wall. Because there is such a pose. This is the unsupported version of that pose. No wall. You can come out of this at any time and go right to Shavasana. If you want an early Shavasana, you can stay just a few more breaths and then come out. All right, so if you haven't already, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat. And then make your way into Shavasana, extending one leg, the other leg, letting them just relax. Arms slightly away from your body, arms rotated so that the palms are facing upward. And feel your body assimilating all that energy to create balance. Feel your whole body surrendering to gravity, letting go. Follow your breath and make note of how your breath travels. And think about your heart center, and it is the center of your chakra system for balance. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Begin to reawaken your body, roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead back behind you, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch, a big yawn. Then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to massage your back. And come to center. Release your legs and roll over onto your right side to expose the moon side, your cooling side. And when you're ready, make your way up to sit. Okay. It looks like everyone who is left in class typically stays for meditation, so make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Follow your breath. Don't change it, just follow your natural breath. And if you do, if you make a very conscious effort to feel your in-breath, feel your out-breath, when you are distracted by anything, noises or thoughts, you can acknowledge them, then come back to your breath. So in our balancing meditation, let's start by bringing our focus to our heart, to our core balance in our body, of our energy bodies, not just our physical body. And feel the warmth of your heart, feel the beat of your heart. And I am going to make a series of affirmations. And you can repeat these to yourself after you hear them, to encourage balance in and out of your body. As I connect to the earth, I feel grounded and secure. I have the stamina I need to face any obstacle. Thank you for this truth. I am grounded. I allow myself to flow unencumbered like a river, navigating every curve and turn with ease. I examine every negative, difficult emotion to understand its source, to learn from it, and release it. I embrace every loving, joyous emotion and hold it closely. I choose joy. I am fully connected to my courage and inner power. I engage my inner warrior to meet every challenge with all my might. I temper my warrior spirit with understanding and kindness. I allow the love that fills my heart to expand, to fill every cell, so I can be who I am. I am pure love. I show compassion by reaching out to others to soothe their stress, and I offer my care. I am compassion. I love myself and show myself compassion by honoring my physical disposition and mental endurance, by knowing when to say no. I balance all my commitments with care for myself. I honor my body. I nurture it with healthy nourishment and sustaining activities. I express myself freely with actions, with words, with kindness. I listen attentively without judgment. I allow myself to become lost in nature, to enjoy and respect its beauty and treat it with honor. I see every detail. I enjoy the truths they hold. I use my wisdom over knowledge. I am love. I can feel divine light within me. And I use that love to connect with spirit and every living being in this universe. And finally, I promise to do something today just for me. With your next breath, return to your heart center and your beating heart. And with each breath, allow yourself to feel the power of these affirmations in your heart and send them out into your whole body. And bring your hands to your heart. Bow your head. And begin to open your eyes as you lift your head. Right. Please do something for yourself today. Thank you for being with me, everyone.